huge culture shift, and we know that, right?
Yeah.
And the people watching will know that.
Hi guys, thanks for coming back to the video. I am here with Katie today, and she runs the farm here in North Bay. So first of all, I'd like to kind of start off as what made you get interested in sustainable clothing and kind of local clothing?
My background is in fine arts, so really, I mean, there's a lot of things that when I look back that brought me to this point. Never really knew what I wanted to do until I was 27, maybe 28. I'm 36 now, so it's been about 10 years like doing this whole retail and the studio space. But I did go to school for fashion design in Vancouver, and there, I mean, that whole makers movement and sustainable living is, they practice it. It's amazing, very inspiring. A lot of collectives were working together, because it's really hard out there because real estate's so expensive to rent your own place.
Yeah.
So just because of economics, they were getting together, but it really showed, you know, it nurtures the creativity, and so being out there and living out there really made me want to be in that environment. I did work in a couple spaces too, and I was a seamstress, upcycled leather bag company.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was really neat. And a lingerie company. Like, there's just like, I tried a bit of everything, pattern making and all sorts of stuff, just because I wanted to find out where I wanted to be. I knew I wanted to make my own clothing. Mm-hmm. So when my husband and I decided to move back to North Bay, this is where I'm from, I really found that North Bay wanted this type of place, and I knew I wasn't alone wanting to provide that service. So when I moved back, I met these people that were all, you know, making their wares and wanting to sell it, and it was a really good community of people. We're almost 8 years now.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, thanks.
Did your parents like in this realm as well, or was it kind of something you just all of a sudden had a fire inside you and it just happened?
I mean, I've got some deep roots in business, like startup, small business, entrepreneurship. Definitely, like that's really, like I have the creative background. My family, you know, my great grandfather is WKP Kennedy, so I have a lot of history here in North Bay, and especially in the arts. So that, and then mixed with the business side of things. So my grandfather started and my great grandfather started a lot of businesses here, and so I feel like it's in my blood.
Okay. You had like a perfect storm to make something happen.
It was, yeah. It's very because of them. I'm really,
I think you have to find inspiration from somewhere, something that just kind of sparks you to do something crazy, if you will, something that's not the 9-to-5 thing. You need a spark from somewhere.
Yeah.
So the farm, it stands for something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it stands for Fashion and Art Retail Market. So that was because of my sister. My sister honestly had a dream. Like, everyone is so involved. It's just like here in running the place. It's just the idea is that it's kind of a little bit of everything, and you don't know what you're gonna get. Canadian-made clothing is always something I've really, you know, wanted to bring to North Bay, and it's a bigger movement now, which is really a healthy trend. But, you know, we have like random jewelry, water bottles, you know, like we just have a lot of lifestyle products along with the fashion items, and then also the art aspect, so the fine art.
Yeah, you really, like, as soon as you walk in the door, it's almost like the products like have a type of person in mind. You come in and it's like, oh, I fit here.
Yeah, it's kind of a good atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a good energy. As soon as you come in, it's like, oh, I can totally fit into this, or it can inspire you to. Yeah. Like certain pieces have like an element to them.
Yeah, and I think that's because, you know, there's a lot of thought going into things. It doesn't have to be so serious. Like, I'm really trying to, that's something I've tried to learn myself, like as a maker, is just to not criticize myself as much. And
it's a hard thing to do.
It is very hard.
I'm just as guilty as that as well.
Yeah, it's very hard. But yeah, there's definitely, I mean, we have so many people locally that are doing some amazing things.
So a lot of those people are here like, in the studio space as well, or do you want to elaborate on, you said it was kind of like a community area in the farm.
Yes, yeah. So the backspace here started out as a collective, so we are a collective. So everyone that works here, except for I have a couple employees now, everyone that works here either makes or provides a service. Andy is from Niche Digital Imaging, and he actually prints, like if you see all the stuff that's around here, amazing. Like he does art reproductions and just normal printing too, family photos.
That's really cool.
So we have that service here, and it's so helpful for projects we want to have fun with too.
No doubt.
Yeah. And then Amy Steele works here, and she is the leather bag designer. She doesn't sew back here. She has her own studio, but she volunteers once a week. So if they volunteer their time, they make more money off their sales.
Okay.
So it's like a trade system. In the beginning, there was no employees at all. It was just all, if you worked, you got 80% of your sales. If you rented from a table from the back studio space, you got 100% of your sales, but you'd have to work that 1 day a week.
I can see it being a really good way to grow like an arts community then. That way you can earn and you can still create.
Definitely, and it's not such a commitment, and it's really hard to, when you're making stuff, it's hard to wholesale it to a store, because they have to mark it up, and everyone has to make money because, everything costs money. So it's been, I think, a really good opportunity that way. And then we just have regular, so people that do just want to, there's some jewelers in here that just want to put their stuff in here, and then it's just the no commitment, right? So that's kind of nice. Yeah, and when it sells. And then Willow is Willow Fern. She sews back here a lot sometimes too, but she'll bring her stuff in when she works, and she's a clothing designer, and
yeah, she's a really cool person. We do have a video with Willow Fern as well. I'll make sure to link it below so you can watch that. It's
awesome.
Really cool to watch as well.
For sure.
The big thing that we were doing with these interviews is like finding people that are like having people that have like kind of created something to inspire the people that are unsure.
Yeah.
Maybe like give a spark to them. So being in the farm and being in the collective, if you've been able to find some of those people as well and just kind of be like, you can do it.
Totally. Or the opposite. It is, you have to look at what you can handle. It's a lot of work, and yes, inspire. And if you have that great idea, definitely try it and go for it. But I say just talk to people that are doing similar things, and don't think that it's all going to be easy, right? Because it is very challenging, especially in North Bay. It's hard. We are a community that needs to grow, and we have a huge support system though, for this sort of thing. We need it to be celebrated a little wider, I think.
It's such an important thing, the sustainable and small business movement, because it moved from huge big box stores, and it was like that for so long. And it really has to be like a change in culture.
Huge culture shift, and we know that, right? Yeah. And the people watching will know that because they're supporting it. And I think that if we can all just share this more with everybody, then people that maybe don't realize it, then hopefully that will.
It's funny, you have to have that change in price mentality too. You're not buying in quantity, you're buying in quality.
Exactly.
And that's a huge shift as well.
For sure.
Are you finding you're getting a lot of resistance or anything like that? Or are people bringing up questions?
We thought we'd get more. I thought I'd get a lot more. People get it. Some people, if they don't, they don't, and we try and educate them on what they're paying for, and there's a lot of things that happen, that we could really drive that home, but we want people to just get there naturally too. We want to educate them, but we don't want to, I don't know how to say this, but we don't want to scare them into it. But it is scary sometimes where clothing's coming from. But I do understand that not everyone can afford it. We do offer programs, layaway programs and stuff to counter that. But we want people to value what they're actually purchasing and where they're putting their money, because people are just consuming all the time, and we don't think that's necessarily a healthy thing.
It's not. It really isn't. I discovered this belief that whatever you put on your body represents your personal brand. So that's what your clothing stands for, what it means, what it says, what the pattern is. It's like a representation of your personal brand.
For sure.
And I think if people start looking at themselves that way, then they can stop consuming so much fast fashion.
Yeah, and you know what? There are some box stores and some chains that are doing Canadian made, and that's awesome. And if we can be here to be be that catalyst, you know, just for that competition of like, that's what the boutiques have. It's a good thing. It's this whole small business aspect and the supporting your local economy, you know, like there's so many facets of it. It's you know, you're, not only is it sustainable and you feel good about it, but it's also, you're literally just putting all your money back into your community.
True.
So we're only helping ourselves out.
I think there's something really cool that I think like I've noticed as I've bought more local stuff is I actually get to invest in someone's dream, and that there's something about that that's just really cool.
For sure.
The energy I feel like will come back to you or something.
There's that, and then there's just the dollars aren't leaving your city, right? So it's just more money for our city to be able to use, and prosper, hopefully.
So what's the day like here at the farm? Which I'm sure is a lot of questions. I'm sure every day is different.
Every day is literally different. Like I start every day thinking, you know, you've got your list of things that you're gonna do, but it's a lot of visits. Like a lot of people that come in and express how much they love the place, and it's so great. Like a lot of people share that, especially too, like in the summer with tourists and stuff. It's really quite nice. It's the whole downtown camaraderie too. Like we really have a nice community here, and we're all working together to try and figure it out, you know. Day to day, it's just like there's meetings, you know, there's lovely people coming in, and there's like, especially when the doors are open, there's a lot of animated things happening outside. It's great. It's part of it all, right? Like it's part of the environment. There's people making things in the back, lots of shipments coming in, so there's a lot of work to do. And then there's days I have to be on my computer all day, and those are the days that are a little harder, boring. Yeah.
But it's all worth it?
Totally. Yes, it is.
Would you do anything else if you could?
No, I wouldn't actually. I'm very determined and have been very determined to make this work. And I think that's one of the things that has brought us to 8 years is adapting, you know, is I have a plan, but like as long as I have my plan and I have, you know, how I feel and what I want to feel about my business, as long as I feel that way, you know, things can change and I can go in different directions, but I have to adapt. You know, at the end of the day, it's business, and I do have to adapt. But I have a really good team here, people and my friends, and we have a lovely intern in the back right now from Ryerson, and we're just, we're very lucky. I'm very lucky to be doing this, for sure.
You definitely need more movements like this.
Yeah.
So if there's someone out there and they want to start like putting their toe into more sustainable clothing, or if they want to start a business like in this kind of area, what would be the advice you would give to them?
It's hard because it just really depends. Like if it's retail based, you know, if you can figure out how to just not burn out, you know, you figure out a day of, like every day you're going to be on demand, right? And I think that if you can just be creative about making sure you take care of yourself, you know, like you really have to figure that out, because at the end of the day, I mean, you're the one that you really need to please. Yes, you have all these customers, but it is your vision. Just as long as you just believe in that, and just make sure to take care of yourself, because I do find there's a lot, you know, there's a lot of things that come up, but also just come talk to us, come talk to anybody. Like it's good to start talking about it before. I think a lot of people hold things in, and I think it's very helpful to just brainstorm with anybody around you. Yeah.
Kind of like bounce things off and just get to know your community kind of thing?
Yeah, and even just your inner circle, whoever, as long as you're talking about it, I think, to me, that helped, because it creates a dialogue. So yes, you get someone, like if they devil's advocate, you know, then it's like, no, I believe in this. Like you are more firm in how you believe, you know, instead of guessing maybe like what people would think about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's like, do you really want this?
Saying it.
No,
yeah,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, like so even if they don't say what you want them to say, like you'll be like, oh no, I actually do believe that. Like I think this is gonna work. And then you have more confidence.
It's like a challenge to make sure that this is what you want.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
You need those. If it's too easy, then you're like, oh no, what if you get that far and
exactly.
Get in too deep, so to speak.
Yeah. And retail is tricky, so there are different ways of doing it. Like we're doing a lot of more like corporations and large companies, they want locally made or at least more interesting product to give away, like that kind of thing. So we've found a little market there. And so yes, there's retail, but there's other levels to also make an income, right? Like, and to grow that, because you can't always count on the people that are just walking around. That's the best part of it all, you know, but then there's the online. Like, I think you need all the facets of things.
Yeah, it is cool, like, in what you're doing, and like, because we're connected with so many different makers, there's so many different ways to like make money and talk to people and kind of like put your name out there, since you're connected in so many ways.
Yeah, volunteering in the community is huge. That gets you really far in North Bay. It's pretty interesting.
Before we wrap this up, where can they find you on the internet?
I am at thefarmfashion.ca, so that's the website, and then the Farm Fashion on Instagram and the Farm on Facebook.
Okay, you better check it out.
Yes.
And then tell her I sent you. And buy something local even. And if you do like this video, comment down below of stuff that you like and sustainable products that you're starting to get into. So until the next video, hope you guys have a great rest of your day.